Woo! So, hello and welcome. So, in this week's live, we're going to be talking a little bit about taking a break on your empowerment journey. Ugh. Yeah, so everywhere it's not okay to take a break. Whoa. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? And everything that said no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out. Woo! Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. No, I get it, because for so many of us, we kind of came to our self-empowerment, our self-growth journey a little bit later in life. Whoa, everything that brought up, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And it can also feel like we have so far to go. Whoa. So everywhere it feels like you have so far to go that you can't take a break. Whoa. You have to continually work towards where you want to go. Yikes. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Woo! Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Woo! Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, I get it. Because it can really seem like there is so far for you to go. Whoa. Yeah. And there's one of these things too. It's kind of like when you're taking any kind of trip. It keeps seeming like the goal where you want to go, what you want to achieve is so far away. Whoa. It can even seem like you're not even making any progress. Wowza. Yeah. So everywhere it feels like you're not making any progress or you're not making enough progress. Whoa. Wowza. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Whoosh, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yeah, and I think that you probably have known this, like if you went on like a road trip, and maybe you're trying to go somewhere like a mountain that's far away. And when you look at it, even if you've come half the distance, it still looks like it's pretty far away. Yeah. And one of the tricks, like when you're on your empowerment journey, when you start thinking that you haven't gone very far, or there's still so far to go, whoa, is to actually turn around and look at where you've come from. And an easy way to do this is just to energetically tap in to where you were, let's say 5 years ago. So everything that brought up, do you choose to release and let all that go? Wowza, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And so what we want to do is just kind of like jump and just take a quick look. We don't want to go back there where we had all those limitations and we've accomplished so far, but just take a quick look to compare where you were 5 years ago to where you are now. Do you feel the difference in there? How like 5 years ago, things were really heavy, constricted, and right now they're a lot lighter? Yeah, so that just gives you an idea of how far you've come. And I get that we all still have a long way we want to go because you have some pretty high expectations. Wow. So everywhere you have really high expectations of yourself, everywhere that's not a contribution to you. And once again, that's kind of like an example of like if you're judging yourself, like for example, like a kindergartner. If a kindergartner was judging themselves for not being able to do high-level calculus, that's not a contribution because that's so far ahead that judgment actually prevents that person, that little kindergartner, from learning basic math, which is required. And it's easy for us to do the similar thing, is to judge ourselves for not already being where you want to be. Whoa. So everywhere you've been judging yourself harshly, for not being where you would like to be. Everywhere that's been to your disadvantage, do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yeah, and so there's a big difference between intending to go someplace that's more advanced, where you have a lot more of your life figured out, where you're a lot more confident and feeling better. It's one thing to have that as a goal, but it's a disadvantage, and it doesn't help you if you judge yourself harshly for not already being there. So everywhere that you were taught that if you just judged yourself harshly enough, and people often didn't say this, but that was implied. Yeah, so everywhere that you've been judging yourself harshly, and that's been not to your advantage, do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And then, so let's go back to that part about like when you have this huge journey, and our self-empowerment, self-growth journey is one that's going to last our entire lives. Yeah, so everywhere that you're supposed to just complete your self-growth journey and then you can enjoy the rest of your life without any challenges. Whoa! Woo! Do you choose to release and let all that go? Wowza, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And that's a belief that's been promoted by a lot of philosophers and New Age spirituality, that there is this time that as soon as you have everything figured out, your life is just easy and everything flows. Wowza, everything that is vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. But what I found is that's not the case. What is the case is you can be okay right here, right now. You can enjoy your life right here, right now, even if you're not fully the person that you would like to be. There you go. Yeah, and the thing is like when you have this long journey, or you want to be in this place that's pretty advanced, it's easy to think that you have to keep working every single day at it. Wowza. So everything that brought up, do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Now, while you do want to be working towards that, sometimes it's actually a contribution to take a break. Yeah, because some days it just requires too much work to take that next step. Now, what's really going to happen is if you give yourself permission to take a break, the breaks you take actually will be a lot shorter than you think they will. Because what often happens is we keep forcing ourselves through something. We keep forcing ourselves to do something when we don't have the energy to do it. And that can really tire you out. So everything that is, do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And so an example we can just kind of play with, let's take a physical example. So let's say that somebody needed to dig a ditch, and they needed to dig a ditch that's 100 feet long, about 5 feet deep. So really deep, it would take a long time to do it. If that person worked as hard as they could, as fast as they could, without any breaks, they probably would wear out and not be able to continue to dig that ditch. Whereas somebody else who would dig until they're tired, takes a 15-minute, hour break, or even a day break and comes back, that person that takes breaks will probably actually finish the project, digging that ditch, quicker than the person who never stopped. So everything that brought up, do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And something similar around the energetic work and the emotional work that we do is that there's sometimes it's really a contribution when you've been working really hard to take a break. And when you take that break, that because you're able to rest and you're not beating yourself up, you're not trying to push through something that you really can't at this moment, when you come back to it, you actually can go further in a similar amount of time than if you didn't take a break. So everywhere you've been refusing to allow yourself to take a break, because you have too far to go, everywhere that's been to your disadvantage, do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yeah. And once again, it's like when you take a break, and that can be a really short break. It can be even just a few minute breaks, or it could be a day or a week or however long is required. So anything preventing you from taking as short or as long as a break as required, do you choose to remove and destroy all that? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Awesome. Yeah, so give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below about how this video is landing with you, and where you might take a break when you've been previously not allowing yourself to take a break. So let's clear everything that's in the way of you having a good or even a great week. So everywhere it's like impossible for you to have a great week, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. So what awareness, energy, and frequency can you and your body be to have a good or even a great week this week? Awesome. So I'm Max Riggs, Dynamic Change Coach. Wherever you are, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing more of the aware and rested you again soon. Bye for now.